Suni all talk all day. Ekosiisen and Amasuguswa Mutieno. Ma yena munyina se ni ensan mama kwa baby. It's been a pleasure having you listening to us every weekday. Me need your sabon. So say the medical idea to Jano. Lawyer Sami Jemfi atnase. Dr. Bernardo Koboy atnase. Na yebehwe na afi yetimi atwa in discussion segment no for this week in some also in Parliament and matters arising. Nina yebehwe ni yetimi the messages amodia banen so ewa ha yebehwe na yedi ho. But enra me de to manim say on the 1st of January 2022, 1st of January 2022, and barely a month from now, I did the Cap Farm Legends Night special concert. I did Bremo, but 3 of Ghana's biggest legends will be rocking one stage. In the Imagine Charles Kojo Fosu, Abranti Amachi Dede, Music Man Kojo Entry, all performing on one stage. Unbelievable, isn't it? But AC on the 1st of January 2022, Ekosiisen Grand Arena, Accra International Conference Center, 7 p.m. sharp. Na yashas yakaise strictly VVIP table reservation event. And you have to reserve your VVIP table early. Fre 0200 220 202 0200 220 202. And now you can visit legendsnightgh.com. Legendsnightgh.com. And I call Cap Farm. Your branches are what done Soman and East Legon. This event is powered by Terra Vista and proudly sponsored by Cap Farm Ghana Limited, your #1 electronics and home appliance company in Ghana. Cap Farm Legends Night, experience greatness. Bomadi sa odo hombeshim. Oti adre Ghana so akai se Melcom Mini ye bie ewa drink Ghana. Ye bie 7 days a week, 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. Your Night Bridge Apartment, Central High Street, 200 meters from Coco Vanilla. Melcom Mini, your favorite store next door. Terms and conditions apply. Melcom, where Ghana shops. In the Munshan and so, MIA. Kain Subio say, and a kudos pharmaceutical at the by Malarial Aba, a ye papa for the treatment of malaria. Na especially in Kola and in Pennyfo, infants as a totofeo for no. And akwala wenye kakra and Pennyfo, munina mubitimi anombi. Eba with different flavors for infants, children, and adults. By Malarial, eba in sizes. You have 20 by 120 for babies in powder form. You have 40 by 240 for children. You have 60 by 360 for adults, depending on your body weight. By Malarial. From Kudos Pharmaceuticals. Ubet Mafreyan was 0596 081 168. 0596 081 168. You can get by Malarial from Okaishi Drug Lane, Ashaiman Ekus Pharmacy, and also in Takrade, Monshan and Soemfa, MIA. Ekosiisen, so Mamma Abedjafona Kwaba, Nafi and Trasumua Mopa Sassia Tono, Yawa Sassia Nebo of Fuewa Dawinya, Asuchare, Apollonia, Chopoli, Tema Community 24 Annex, and several parts of Accra for as low as 5,000 Ghana cedis. A flexible payment plan and assassin Kaibuano 5,000 Ghana Zubenya Sasiato. Bra assignment roundabout a honey Willet Properties. Frame 0243 740 485 0243 740 485. Now only in income 5,000 cedis higher crowd. Yebemo Asase. Lawyer Sami Jemfi Akwaba. Na apom to say
Philip Osebunsu Ejoso Mira who you
na o blazer ne no we no cry there is it breast kerchief for say enye easy sa o
Dr. Kobo na de cheme
oh
Dr. Kobo na de cheme
na ada na also raho
no me raho me see afem anwumre because obi mentia se MPP for omo ye nipa mu yi musa
MPP.
Yeah. And then someone one ma kwayama Minister for Energy. Honorable Matthew Puku Prempe.
Yes.
Abeka ni fiano. Mesi afem.
In semi dia
Mesi afem. And I think say enimtie buo na aban mu mpanyufo bi di bu nipa binum enam bebi omu firi no. Ados we was to twa. Esi den. Ena yanka bia nhyem obi. Ato yenchem kese ato ye nuanom wo mo fra mantem. Volta region. Epo asoroche kese abo asɛ nipa bebre dan ne omeja padea ene omunya baabi kran fo mutinto. Ankrankro nyuma ne Ghana fo a ewotema ato omoboto mayibi. Ye papa Mahama ono so ne naboafo kakra mu benya omode yakwa akoso manfo ase se wo ho behen han wo kakra na eja ato yenche ma ato won no wanya baabi di oti ato wanya bibia ye den edi budget akomra hye bedwam. In fact enye ye ne ye be kan say budget no aban be ye nhyehyeye wom de deal with that problem because asem ni si ye nyina no omampanyi Akufuado wanka ho asem bia ya kokora no wanfa ma adehye kronkron a ewo kita ene voter region patamu a asem wisi ye enso na say almost say Sierra Leone uzedie atode nkyem bi asi omampanyi be die Dr. Bawomi atam Ghana sika $1 million say o de kwa akɔkye won na say ya say Notre Dame asɔre dan kakraka na ewo France no ato yenkyem bi ato no omampanyi Akufuado ko Twitter ko twere ho messages ne brofo akese. But who clone for to yenchema to mono, not even a message to show your sympathy or your commiserations. Yako krabomo. Then the Minister for Works and Housing, Senapo Otia ontie ni ye. Ono ne ba bonte beka kire Ghana for say. Aban eren fi ye nuanom a sa to yenchemi ato mo voter region. Enunti se finance minister no de o man na ko mabosi ka budget no ekomra hye bedwuma aban betwe sika bi na ye de aso wona sene me ba cho enye honorable Works and Housing Minister former deputy chief of staff Asenso Boache enye no ne ka sa obi enye ono ne ka sa eti se what the budget akọ parliament na wa anye san hyehyeye ni bia na NDC mra hye bedwafo a ye de wo se omo so omo be som omanfo se we de ntwa yie Bonne ben yaka. Voter region for the munye nipa on. Na to yenche mesi. Na wa Minister for Works and Housing abeshebo say the budget will cater for that. Na budget mi sebi. Minister no kra no presenting it for and on behalf of the president and government. When to me kra mo yako. An kyerehye ya ban ya fa ho a. Wo se ma yenka na ye ka wo Minister for Energy wo be akwa demonstration wo Kumase. But
he says he's not against government making provision for kids.
He's against it.
But, hold on.
He's against it.
He's against holding a gun to their head.
Master, he's against it. He said it right
That's the
on
this
seat.
Yes.
That's a buying and the BBC budget. You saw the Kwakwa or more at Yenchema to more voter region or no. Obey the demonstration with Kumase.
Say Kumase, so Monfa Kumase flats.
Master, I will say more to be Wenfa. Na Kumase flat is not Monchenyema. I have lived in Kumase all my life. KM in Yema, I've worked at KM before. At Yenchen flat in Kumase, KM in Kosama Voisene. What are they talking about? At Yenchen Kumase flat is a flat is in Crino. Oman Penny are not here, Commerce, NDC, but Yanya won't say, or more affected baby, Yanya won't say, Momo. Yanya won't say, now because say flood the Sikuma, na Kumase flood the Siwa government acte to even the assemblies. Keta Diana assemblies no, it was recently as at the time na bibia kwankoe. And now wa shebo say we be who provision budget anymore. There is a projector ye fiti ase sa sea defense project so FM I was some better to us so a bit yes to yenche mo one no kwai mo ba yen waja to enfie numuni
project emu de yen na mumu fi ase
the first two of the the Kebro sea defense project. I'll get you the right official name for the project. Are you getting me? So your own minister promised that if you knew someone ya na mo show mo sa bodo and just only temampo Minister for Energy, you don't feel any sympathy for people at Oriental Matuomo. Say now they're assuming without admitting. Say Kumase kwa flood as a responsible minister, what you do is that you say yemwa mo keta no mo Kumase so yenye dey yemwa wo because obi na dey Ghana for. Sa na ye ka no. Ba wo meka say one mo Kumase for na ko boa keta for ameye demonstration. Na the Kumase for ye nipa chen keta for. I don't know, look down on people like
that. That's what I said.
I don't know before
that is not exactly what he said.
That is what he said.
He said, sir, he is against putting a gun to government heads
by
gun? Force.
When did they gun? If MPs want to put something in the budget, what do? Is it not through advocacy?
No, but say putting a gun in just will be.
So he's saying, in other words, he's against MPs demanding for provision to be made by government for the victims. That's what he's saying. So then, on MP, if he wants something for his constituents, what will he do? Won't he rise on his feet in parliament and make a motion or make an argument or a contribution calling for that? And yes, I know, have our MPs done anything differently? Me say, this minister, I mean, too minty. That fellow human feeling from no ato yanchema to nipa obi ase yanko boa wo we NDC MPP asem for a minister to say me say I was so sign up pacho and the people of Water Region should rise up and imtiabo na doso.
You don't use this platform for that.
But you can use your platform to insult people.
Sammy, he did not insult anybody. No, to call on people to rise up, that's incitement. You don't do that. No. But that's
incitement. They should sit down for a minister to tell them, say, if you support to make a demonstration, a minister of state who is paid by our taxes.
He said in that interview, sir, he is not against government making provisions for them. Why are you leaving that out? In the interview I did with him,
he said that a flood in Susi Wokumase. Na se a budget and Yanfa Bibi and Shema Makumase flood victims are. Na ya the Bibi Shemuma a tidal wave disaster victims are a Wokita and Water Region. Mantemuha. Obey your demonstration. Did he say that or not? You are the host. Did he say that or not?
You want me to tell you what he said?
Mr. Did he say that or not?
He said, What he said, he is against
Ekosiisen on
sorry about that. Yeah.
Like we say increase the mame. And some of the doors, so but this one is what pains me. You see, the other ones we can discuss it and where did Tron will expose him with the facts.
Let me tell you what he said.
You don't do that.
What he said, Sammy, to be fair to him, because he's not here, and he is against the minority holding the government to ransom. Say, if you don't put this in, we are not going to approve the budget or support the approval of the budget.
After that,
hold on. Let me finish. And he further said, sir, he is not against government making provisions for them. What he is against, putting a gun on government heads.
I asked you a simple question.
And he went further to say, sir, if they push, sir, it should be put in the budget. Then I'm for Kumasi the answer and
or say if they push, she said, yes. No man for Kumasi, or man for Kumasi demonstration. So the American what can about this so? If it has no kind in and no ya danko that doing tricky.
How is it?
Yes, he doesn't think that the people there deserve aid from government. No buamuso yinipa. Naka unwi nipa da seni. Say only for kwa matam ye sika $1 million akomo, including taxes aketa fotua. Now we nipa da seni a wo dwen ne ho a. Will it even cross your mind? Can't you as minister just say, oh, NDC for a request, no? Say make provision for Qatar victims of tidal waves.
But that is you telling him what to say. You don't tell him what to say.
So he has said what he has said, and I am stating my opinion on that.
Okay.
So I am trying to say, and the people of the Water Region, and this thing has been going on for far too long. A ordinary NDC communicator, Okoboy cries, board member, no problem. any member or any citizen, not a public official who is paid by our taxes. He cannot do that.
Okay, let me get Okoboy's opinion.
No, Obi.
I initial
the way about work and in Tronquan 6, Mr. Maminu Obebano. So,
you say in Tronquan 6 is not a good language to you.
It is a very good language. Obi.
You have contrary opinions.
Obi, don't go there. You sat in this chair and allowed Napo to tell you, say,
Same. Did you? Yeah, I have to. Did you listen to the interview yourself?
Yes,
so why are you making the claims you are making?
You sat here and he says, yeah, di. And I will be saying, you didn't say, or say, he didn't retract it. Me say he peddled lies here in some kind of intro. What is offensive about that?
In some
lie number one, or say the road fund ko si a waje bosian die. Hurodo rather same way. Ghana how be to me the your road fund ko si a wa agisikedi. Should it be coming from a minister? Ye dia ko si a wa because ye pesicate to a contractor for in 2016. Ghana Bank UMP and a Maya 1 billion. 1 billion you started across a
foreign bank operating in Ghana.
Yes. Yeah. You can't say you started your contractor for Kakrano. Obi. Yen twenye and for fian twata. Ye di free akonya so. Enunti ye timi disburse be 600 million of that money. Timi you out of that money ye timi disburse. In fact, the money that we got was about 1 billion with some 50 million on it. Okay. And I hear to me at this base must say 600 million. You did your contractor for now buying the omoka. And no. And a momo bet two almost you can say 400 million our account to no. And a momo bet first you can do your contractor for doesn't Napo know this? That ubetinya for buying sikadi. Not yet in amho. Honorable Minister for saying in Namho, one of these can. It is irresponsible and reckless for a minister to talk like that. So, dear Sekadiabiano, or none they get fund as Minister for Education. Akosia wa aje bosia $1.5 billion. Secondary school ba kokro went in CB. Is that one to a minister? Secondary school ba $1.5 billion.
Specific purpose. Have they not used it for that?
Get fund is for what? It's for infrastructure. Bosia no mokoje, what was the purpose?
Have they not used it for
that? You tell
purpose?
me what was the purpose?
The facilities they built in senior high schools across
the country. Say, in the secondary school back will be double track and the end utimi yefa. Utimi ye bibi now free say ka Professor Nana Jane Oboko Ajima as Minister for Education. Oni honorable Okujo to Ablakwa $1.5 billion Ka nyuma ye be nukoma kebini. World Bank for sika kakra bi omode ma ye kra. Secondary schools e no kwa 23. And then you did 23, become 146. E-blocks, her school for FFC. He speaks against that. What is his record as Minister for Education? And they, College of Education 40 the whole 2021 will be Uncle School. Nursing training institutions.
But he's not Education Minister.
No, creative Amerson.
How?
And no. The whole of this year, yetinya fa akure bi so onko sua de no me teacher ni. And onko sua de no me nurse.
But the whole of this year he's not been at the education ministry.
Na me say one enye ne legacy no. And enti adutum na ayo. Just na podium my fa na nimu nye wadan for no.
Adutum record.
Me say any legacy
fact.
Me say any legacy any mess. Any legacy. Na so no ba 2017 kwa no blame predecessors. So omo mess into na problem bi wo. Me say any mess. And I must have problem na ba. Again, Obi take pay asem wo kan me ya and wo kura ho de me bo abaso tan wo kodu an wo yini milika
me mama baso kawasem
Obi me nua no e to de bia asem ne ya beka no kura de e ba akopɛ o se ye take pay agreements bibiri na no kire se ye incompetent ye malicious ye ni adwen papa and I will catch fear and say let's take pay there in the energy sector. Obi biara ni wa wode ni sika baba be hye wo mamu se obi produce nkenia abrawo ni guarantee se ni produce aban beto take pay no na se kire no obi enu obe fa ni millions of dollars aba okrom se me the power plant baba be produce nkenia na me produce wi a why na to for wen It was a buyer day, a money guarantee say who produce a maiden, metal, a normal arrangement. And I will cry what train I didn't see to say. I saw Glyph phase 1 MPP ko for buyer in 2008, no, take or pay, obi meboa. And yet, yes, I need you come up, meboa.
Somebody for me too.
There be.
Now, some questions. So why are you throwing my questions back? May Kase in that interview, I asked.
Yes, and so it is true. So, President Kofoye took a pay in 2008, now you're irresponsible and incompetent. Is that his logic? And I'm in Ukase. There is a project called Liquefied Natural Gas Project, or whatever, LNG project. What's it? GMPC is the off-taker. So,
yes,
and you take a pay. You almost started last year. And you take a pay. It is take a pay.
Yeah, but he was not the one who signed that agreement.
It is
his government. But he was not the one.
President Akufo-Addo ne ministers no mo ya me wumu no. Omo so omo nim nyansa sebi. Omo nim nyansa. Ono nkwa ne nim nyansa. Look at this logic. Look, they said ya wo chire mu chire no no. Obi. Normal in the energy sector say. Wa hu hie mu a wu hie nkani na wu nya bi. Na obi ni sika be show man mu no be ka se. Ansa na meba no, ma me guarantee a kire se nkani na me be produce obe den, obeto. Wo hwe agreements ekwa ye sign ya ye de call parliament approval man be ye effective and operative in line with article 181 clause 5 of the 1992 constitution ya. And no so bia Ameri car power, early power which they came to commission. GPGC the no mu twemu.
Those were the ones that went to parliament. There are others that did not
agreement
go.
Anchor parliament, is it effective and operative?
The ones you signed with ECG, some of them never got to parliament.
But most of the ones they talk about are agreements with foreign entities which never went to parliament. So if they never went to parliament, means they never became operative. That's number one. Number two, mo say President Mahama Emma power bagana ebu sododo. Mudie no sebio edi natem. Mu wie so a wo se wona wo solve dum so. Let just say die na wo ankasa wo kan. The point I'm making here is
what is the other one?
Me ka we na man ka bibia bi nkra ye ma me nkasa. Na oba me so a wo de time de unsisi wo ma time bi. Oba me so be ma me more time. I mean find justice to the issue. And they Ghana available capacity of power, you're saying just about 4,000 megawatts.
Available around your peak load, around 3,500.
3,500. Yeah. Peak demand, you're saying
3,000.
Into excess power, no way. Excess power, no way.
Excess, no, in terms of the installed capacity.
Now installed near the SS.
No.
Yes, it is what is available. So if you have that installed capacity and you are not using it, what are you talking about? Number two, my main children say the sensible thing for leaders to do is not just to sign agreements kakrebi for power kakrebi in times of crisis, like he said. In times of crisis, you know, we sign agreements about power no about self-sufficient, about so consumption. Now what to be crying be by exporting. Ghana free nothing business, see export to power. Check it. VRA for financials for 2019-2020. A lot of the money they got came from export of power by VRA to Togo, Benin, and Burkina Faso. President Mahama, Emma power no adoso no. Na ni so adi hu no dwene hwe kan no. And say AFD4 Alliance Française Développement Bank of France am $50 million ah. Ye dey ye transmission line every Ghana ko Burkina. Ebema ya double power ye export no. Ni enya more dollars, more foreign exchange for power. Na no aye sika me ye dia your mind ye. Mo buy no amamro boni nti mo delay project no 4 years ni. AFD4 delayed the release of the money for 4 years. Eno ne ye dia enya no mo ye ho adwuma wokuma se no meboa. Na grid ko for sa transmission line no mo ye e dia free pistia e dia kwakosi afa bolega akọ Burkina Faso no. Power ben on be kwakoton. Power ben on be transport and on be export. Enya jo ma power na wo se ye SS no. Only SS power ka wo ye transmission line akọ Burkina Faso. You now see why John Mahama is more competent. He is more of a visionary leader than Napo. He can see this. So there is absolutely nothing wrong with take or pay. And let me tell you, say economy will and anka vacuum nko akora etimi agina ne naso ye adwuma enka that small excess power na wo no kora no vacuum would have consumed it. Omo one district one factory no koma ye ni enya factories akese te say tuabo mu a kasa so called excess power no ki ye free wo. What is its contribution? Ministry of Energy and Education. Zilch. Okay,
Same,
then finally, no, me the man say my last point. Finally, or say, oh dear, for toy machines in Kwame Kamwasem. Everybody knows it's a joke, but let me deal with the claim. Say, yeah, the 17.5% tax, financial service tax by. So why are we against e-levy? We are hypocrites. That's just an organ. Obi. Asemu machire mu ha ehone de minim de nti a one man is education 17.5% VAT on financial services is not the same as a levy. Financial services ne say wako bank what transfer sika na wako yisika bank ne charge you some charges for sa service no obi your friend the bank charges. Normally you can kitten we balance the basa we online banking and SMS scribe ba no ya te ka krebi we are 5 cedis be 3 cedis be what you say sa sika kakra na ya te wo no aba na banks ni ntua ho tax omo te wo sa sika no wo free wo customer no e na jo mama say na mo te customer sika dia e na mo banks no mo ntua sa sika no to tax. Enti enye Ghana ni anisika da bank ena joma ama de tax ayeden atoso enye Ghana ni awokoye mobile money ana wa brochira all sending ni ma misika so mfa nkoto aduro ena ye je ne tax e wo sika na all sending so eye bank na waje o charge. So in the case of Momo no MTN fo a o maje 1% charge no ena joma ama se muntu aso VAT boni be ni wom wo si nipa chronisika da ni Momo account e da ne bank account. Who say sika no 1.75%. Etimodi ade we wo de ba be compare ade we. So mestre minister no, I have nothing against him.
Omomu we oje eso VAT na, they would transfer that to the consumers, no?
What say? How would they transfer? It is how would they transfer?
It affects their revenues, and they would.
But even if they would transfer on what? On just the charge, not the transaction amount. Because I may transfer 1 million Ghana cedis from my account to Philip Osebunsua. Akufuado beje me 17,500 e-levy, but we me tax no 17,500. But I may transfer 1 million to Obia, ebia ho charge no, e be 20 Ghana. Sa 20 Ghana cedis no, e na Joma ama beje bang no 17.5% on it. Ye me ni Joma ama ne Dr. Bawumia ne President Akufo, ho no mutimu eden. So Mr. Minister no, I have nothing against him. He's a good friend, I respect him, but to come on radio and speak with such I don't want to use the word arrogance, but it's like lack of respect.
There are
lack
some
of sensitivity.
It's the same thing you're also doing in your reaction to him.
Yes, of course he deserves it. For every action, for every action there is equal but opposite reaction.
And
the way I'm not even running, I'm attacking the points he made.
Dr. Bernard Okoboy, former MP, Lejokuku constituency, and a former deputy health minister of our republic, currently serving on the board of the NHIA. In fact, previously the board chairman of Kolebu Teaching Hospital. Oba Ekosiisen, he comes officially as the government spokesperson. Doc Akwaba, let's say.
Semi war, take mapim. Anka me yimidi funa ye.
Jackson, now turn your more sorry, brother.
Efrisenia waya mamino edoso bebre. Oh, yeah, kwanchirefo. Oh, adi na so to me for. Oh, erade meside yiwaye. Oh, adi na so to me. Yeah, titi wafupa. Oh, kwanchefupa. Oh, enidimafo asida. Oh, aye nyum na yedebe mao. Oh, erate meside yiwaye. Oh, adini na sutumfo. Oh, yene titi wafupa. O kwanje fopa o ye di mafo asida o na ye nyom na medebe mawo urati meside yiwa Obi.
Amen.
Onim say, you see, you have to count your blessings and name them one by one. Na unso be to nyuma nkyerɛ sɛ sɛbi ɔmfa bibi a ebi emu yɛ din mu na a spirit of gratitude. Na ohwɛ Exodus a Israelites no na ɔmo wɔ slavery obi na sɛbi obi na ɛkyerɛ ɔmo de ɔmo yɛ adwuma ma obi ɔmo nda sɛbi yɛ bu wɔn ɛyɛ ɔmo nneɛma basabasa ɛna Nyankopɔn kyerɛ ɔmo ɔdɔ kɛseɛ ama ɔdan bibi edi kyerɛ wɔn ɔyɛ miracles bebree but still na Pharaoh empini sɛ ɔmɛkɔ ɛna ɔka kyerɛ ɔmo sɛ ɔba bɛku the firstborn ɔbɛku every firstborn in Egypt mboa koraa ɔyɛ firstborn ɔbɛku but Israel for pɛ ɔmo ntɛm no ɔkyerɛ ɔmo de ɔmo yɛ a ɔbɛ pass it through the land a ɔbɛ spare wɔn ɛna ampa ɔbɛ twɛ mu ɛma Egypt na obi esu ukɔ ebi Israelites wa obi a sɛm bi ani hɔ the same people Nyankopɔn ka kyerɛ ɔmo sɛ finally Egypt Pharaoh sɛ mo nkɔ na mo ama sese yɛ brɛ ɔmo kɔ no Pharaoh sa di ɔmo akyi this same Israelites esu yɛ sɛ ei na sese yɛ ba bɛ kun yɛ Nyankopɔn ebie nsuo mu ɛma ɔmo fɛ mu ɛma ekyire no ɔkun Pharaoh ne nkurɔfoɔ nyina ekyire ɔmo kɔ hyɛ nsuo enyum ɔmo sie na sese nsuo kora enyum ɛno so ɔma nsuo no ɛyɛ dɛ ɛma wɔn obi ankyɛ na ɔmo duro ebi na eduane ɔmo kita sa ɔmo si anka wɔ sɛ Nyankopɔn fɔ ɔmo tena Egypt na obi na anka ɔmo wu kora na ɔmo wu eduane ho a ɔmo pɛ obi point am yɛ ni sɛ nipa deɛ sɛbi Nyankopɔn na oyi ɔmo firi ɔhaw mu no mengye ndi sɛ na ne bota yɛ sɛ ɔpɛ sɛ kɔm ɛnyɛ den ɛnku wɔn meka de bia sɛ aban wei baeɛ no yɛwɔ Ghanafoɔ ɔmo tie mi a na ɔmo busuafoɔ ɛwɔ nursing school na aban bi atwa mu sɛ ɔntumi ntua sika mma yɛmfa ɛnso ɔmo mu kakrakra obi aban wei sɛ futu a edi man na NDC town na aban we timi hyehyɛ nneɛma ama obi within the first year aban we say me ya jai to ananso me metua akoma bɛn na ɛma obi yɛ saa ɛyɛ akoma pa obi aban we na si obi a uba wadu SHS sebi enwo sɛ sika ma ne ntire fie wo yɛ sikani kra ma aban we yɛ betua so da wo sika wo de fa hyɛ we adwuma mu na fa tɔ nneɛma na ɔman no nkɔ n'edim aban we ebi mu si yentumi nye yɛbɛyɛ kora bɛteki 20-30 years ɛwɔ sɛ yɛnsi a school dan hospital ɛɛdin aban we sɛ metua saa sika no asaasi school adan borɔfo frɛ no double bedding obi
Ekosiisen
aban botaeɛ bɛn no deɛ aban we baeɛ na school feeding nkɔra a yɛhwɛ ɔmo ebi asɛ bi o ba kɔ Morning Star anaasɛ clinic ebi a mimi kɔ school no obi otimi kɔ school yɛ akyerɛ de nyinaa no na wadwe wɔ fie because ɛkɔm de o na nkora a na ye feed them before Ekufado be president na ye feed about 1.5 million kids and now they are about 3.4 more than double eye aban a owo tima na obi oyesi anema no mesi ye baye no na nurses bebree na fie within the 2-3 years of Ekufado now waji over 80,000 health workers. In fact Mikaela General Hospital pharmacists be catch me say for close to 10 years pharmacy department yenji even one staff emba holder na me board chairman Kolebu your first board meeting na Kolebu here nurses 1 year after Ekufado about power your board meeting na director of nursing catch say list aye dia breno nurses aye post about Kolebu in 1 year 600 nurses
600
I'm telling you catch me say doctor this is 1/3 of the whole strength we have in the hospital in Cedar. Hwene din mesi saa na nyame na de niema sisa etimi eka wo brabo me ka we na yen kai se obi aban a wagina ne nan so ama wa ye sure se watua umba school fees aban a time yare ba ye corona yare ka se o light crack to half aban otimi kan say mesrɛ wo nsuo mentua ka aban otimi ye we nyina time a ne sika nyina akɔ form aya to habomu no ɛyɛ aban a ɔwɔ team a ɔpɛ sɛ ɔmbɔ obra onkwa ho ban but sebi ɛka bɛfie a yɛhwɛ ebusua futuro mu ansa na yakɔ abɔnten obi sɛ ɛka ɛbɛfie a yɛhwɛ ebusua futuro mu ansa na yakɔ abɔnten because ebia wokɔ wo neighbor hɔ bɛbisa wo sɛ na wo so kita ahe enti yɛsrɛ mu saa Akufo-Addo aban na ɔka sɛ ɛbɛtua mo mba school fees sɛ Akufo-Addo aban na ɔba ya Nyankopɔn adom mɛka deɛ sami ka abadnapo no ɛma electricity obi nkyɛyɛ unse Yesu sɛ nkyɛ ɔbɛba 2000 years ni enti sɛ 2000 years mba ya kyerɛ sɛ 4-5 years ago 6 years ago no ɛnyɛ ade akyɛ na President Mama ni Sami Jefimu aba na ɛwɔ ha wotie mi Sami ɔbɛkasa na ɔmo no mo hwɛ kuro sumayɛ woba asɛmpa gye sɛ woma wo ni so ansa na yɛate wo ni because generator ɛsu abɔnten obi mika wei mitonyum no na yɛn kae bi a Nyankopɔn edi afri na min okobo enkan sɛ bibia ayɛ kama a sɛ Ghana yɛ new how bia but the mi pa kyɛ ni sɛ obi a waso mu da no sɛ niama mo yɛ din a ɛwɔ sɛ bisa wo sɛ assemble na yɛ den esi na obi quickly no ma spend some 3 minutes in kan niama bi asami kae unse napo obi honorable napo sebi obia ni sena oka na asem na sebi o emi bra penyi obi sena napo beka na asem na bi enye sa na okubo beka na asem na minister baha no obia ka na asem a ye wo mo na mo ye lawyers mo see the spirit and the letter oka say o say who kosi who the cater share budget mo or ka demonstration because on so how your friend is saying Ashanti region but the spirit now all can which we must all come down and look at and say as a country are we ready say bedroom pepper so obi beka say when na hear me man for enti say yan fan share budget mu sesi a any budget no the whole budget budget ebetua sebi teachers aka budget ebe working on some roads budget ebe railway budget agric ni nyina kan suom just say yedimi
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM
sa to me no brofo obi bia mumu friend no president nim na uko certain presidents one kasa sometimes you can live to regret it obi aden ye nipa de esi woketai sebi enye say in the first place me bompa say baby say into obia but esi the next thing is how do we either stop it and obi how do we mitigate it obi matter what I say who started discussion bi sana o ka say enya ba say o di keta be share budget mo obi unya eboni ba odum pepe so o ka say keta mbe mo a enya budget na be she obi sa attitude no orientation no say you starting na e do a onim say this year say minyanka we find another way na keta anya representation somewhere in the budget but your for route ni vehicle say na po kan no you know bi mu ya obi next year onim flats na ye bi o bagre no obi villages are omo chi omo every year no so omo si from no ba omo 30 times keta population no obi na me and my roommate I'm in American school Yusuf Andani na kuma nya kra
Ekosiisen
there was certain areas so mo ka say kwan obi afaso dai yes you afaso obi say obi chirechire mu no say wan nya ho be kire my roommate asemba na ye kana wan kan ntem wan hwa wa head obi kra doctor na kuma nya kra ebi a erezi nyina ebi a ye ka asema ye nche e wo say solve so obi is just the process any route approach now minority ni take no and ya to say dangerous precedent should it happen but say obeka say yem fie kwan be bua keta no enye boni but say obeka say san komo budget no aka that is where the fear I beg pacho
o kasa no wa ha
yes enti napo can be English language that why do you put a gun to a minister's head that is where he has a problem if uchreche mu de opa che ni say obeye ni say kwan we wan faso a Ghana nyina e be hye no eno no ye dangerous obi onim say lejokuku me be ye MP about 3 different occasions high tide bar send me man for no munyama fisher folks no afari for no enti Okoboy ma ko to net da ma to for canoe repairs da say obi isuo tide ba pe na wukuma nyina etu. It's a periodic thing. E wole jokuku a dey see waketa no I see not at the same scale obi but on another level misumi ko su kakra e ko peni bibi kakra ma obi me da ku fado abansi ene ya ye sea defense landing beach obi landing beach we buy no for the past 2-3 years aye e man no so obi am frame biom recently no mu kan say na ebi mu ko fishing early dawn and a bibi ko see here. You see, but one guy be losing his life. But Obi those times in the every year annual ritual. Okoboy anko kase say am fale jokuku landing beach and now sea defense and now waf and shemwa and you muntu budget. I didn't go that route. What did I do? Obi, my friend can from penny for one kind. Ekolobi. And my friend minister. Honorable Afole Mingabo. Your friend Afole meeting. Eka jese na unyu abemano. Oh yani den. O see landing beach. This end of Boano. Also, Okonya Bote. Obi, your friend, Debo of Chiefs, Ewola, Daneko Topon. Me chiefs in na, and I'm show me chiefs, Mumbisa Riba Coupe, Mupe Landing Beach. Nana now. I'm going to Nana. Kohanina, Yasa, your grandchildren. They are usually Landing Beach, Obi. Obi and you catch and I say, one for Landing Beach and share budget more. Konya Beshi. Obi. Now guess what? Man, stop you. Me the president Kufuor committee me okrobo obi ka say krobo e wo party big man bi fie na nkofo didi omunum no na me join landing beach na wo lejokuku no e na me yi video kakra cha na nana hwe video we ni am say wo lejokuku e na obisa me say na wankasa onwa ba e na oye fisheries minister yes na say onwa oye wo neighbor say ombo awa me ho na obeso bi ko say ombo awa be ka che me dey see obi. It was after all these calls and finally CDB facility ni here ready no. Ye didn't listen no bano. Phase 1 no Okoboy Mishem. The Jukuku landing beach. Your government is in power. Obi, there are people that Omaba near power. Okampo Alugu, is that not so? Constituency no, I stand to be corrected. Minyesho say na ekita. But Obi is the single biggest infrastructure program this government will ever dare to take. No government. Yaba Parliament, they share content, you know, about $1 billion. Hydro project together with solar irrigation, covering over 2,500 hectares of land. And see that the impact is to affect about 45,000 farmers. One project in the north is a daring program to take $1 billion and invest in one part of the country.
On Asempa FM.
Intimate stress samemu. Napo an carbon the upper chair ni say your kwan di bisa ade a obi a isom is the manner you ask for it. Now I get a little bit worried if Michelle position you oka say budget we there me 5-point agenda an komwa e be shi. Hey, na wo odi wa dream bakra na oka say na nipa odi ba ene. Obi. I say wa ko bi fia ye be sa ye nipa na save aduane a wo kire say yan yi vegetables en fimu a obi andidi wo fia. Hey, wo a wo aba table no I see kire wa dwun. O conditions na mu ye din sa no. Ti mesre won ye okwan ye fa so kasa o hwe ken suban kra me de abambagbin honorable me friend no me papa na me wobo kese ma wa asem ba me pese me ndoji no na manu anko pa but into time aban e kan say ken kan say osre no o pese on meeting leaders. Yeah. Obi, it is possible, say, this 20-man committee I have set it from both sides. It's possible that some of the things they are going to agree on could have emerged in that meeting. Ebi, Obi, so I don't know why a consultation time. Still, even if it's late, also be Obi, Sebi, Omanu,
Asempa FM.
Obi, I would me no tie sami, and yet Sebi gidi cost of parliament here.
On
Asempa FM. Ebe first ebe budget ebe sure say electricity no ebe stay on. Yen doom light. Kwambe ne befa so ebe sure say Obi yen kwati say you closing down schools because there's no money to pay for food. Obi enche recently schools in the north we better now close it down. Uko bia see salvation na ediba for feeding and buy. This say ye dey say na ya send this kana e. We don't want to hear those things. Ye person yen who say beach road na honorable Makwata Rose Minister Pacho Oba Okoboy Michao. Ufa Lungwa, Ufa Teshia Obi. say who falls say yeah juma 24/7 yeah erected pillars yeah BM 3 some portions 4 I cry higher obi. It was not like that for many years. This is infrastructure. Over palace obi yeah CC pillars as say car be fair I call it go. It is work. Their own person betting say juma na story because he can't den anyhow. Nti ye be sire obi a ene samemu so mu pe keta seed. Oh, me start here. Say we intro no. Na Obi, Obi. Obi. Oh, Obi. Yes. 1 minute. On say one thing so esia very dangerous. I was saying ye ni say. And yet all the time and I was buying and starting some facility infrastructure program from a start. Sometimes even your continuation can be better or more enhanced than if you had started from the scratch. So I'll give an example. Ufa KNUST 2002 I mean KNUST no. You can say population of the school student population 20,000 Obi. You can get a government which will decide to build another university in Kumasi so that it will be say Ekufado University. What break cost strike as in Obi in 5 to 10 years now student population at 10,000. Meanwhile, you could have expanded infrastructure at KNUST such that in your let's say 8 years population can move to 80,000 which is about 800% of what you came to meet Obi. Uko share bia infrastructure crowd dey be count odi ko si new one ka we but sa kasa ni suban ye wo Ghana ha yetimi ka say den kwa na waye because ye pe there una utwa block una utu din. If we continue to talk that way, that's why you have this situation of abandoned projects. Because ebia John Dramani Mahama housing project 5,000 houses me buy no ma say asase bebre we bi o no enti me say me dey cut 20,000 instead of doing that na ebia o man no nya mfaso no obi wo na ma jai ebia 5,000 no na fe na me kwa start ebia 100 because me say here for to me di ma sami me catch me say wo buy kra why housing project bi ana e-blocks President Mama every about 29 fully operational ye buy no on the records you have completed about 30 of them. There are still some I ever say we who we are who go can say name me one secondary school by Wesi Obi. Meanwhile no resources are there show say be block program we IAC anke anke Kuvaro su no F block e ma Ekosiisen 3 cranka anka na answer question enti Obi on mine nkoso nti ye be sere yeah my discussion no we should think of the Ghanaian doing too much.
Okay, thank you. Where is Obi? Where is Obi? Doctor, chairman at the Coca. Say Obi, show this to Dr. Okoboy, and I said then come on your show and sing, defending the indefensible. I am glad I took the seat from him, chairman at the Coca.
This is Nyami a sanction.
Now, Onimza was saying about Back.
Oh, the James or Nyami. Bibi Nyami, now only power to because I want to Jaconia. Bible says, what do you have that was not given to you? Everything you have came from him. And to answer and the time we drew.
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
Obi, kindly ask lawyer Sami Jemfi how things played out after charging corporate taxes on financial institutions and also charging VAT of 17.5% on administrative charges or fees of the same institutions, John Bat Ado and Ose Yemusa Way. This one says, Obi, please. Kenwood in Takrade says, Obi, the NDC does not deserve our vote in 2024 if Sami Jemfi remains part of the NDC. Tell him that in the NDC financial service tax, if a customer accrues profit on his transaction with a bank, he's taxed 17.5%. Eventually, okay. Let me see. Maybe any wait for you to land. You are well read. Okay. Message is not also, but answer Nico NDC constituency secretary Ekosiisen Timothy Ochiao. Nico. Hard working comrade. Yeah.
He was very active in my campaign.
Solid
guy.
One of my very good friends.
For more time, my dad, some party, and he's one of them. But when you say Richard Kirkman's birthday.
Ah, really?
Yes.
Oh.
It was all trying the birthday gift.
Old Saint Richard Kirkman.
I was
senior was saying
yes. So
Richard Kirkman, happy birthday
in advance.
Yeah. Regional Communications Officer in DC.
Yeah.
Western Region.
Yeah. Obi. Me pay of course, no. And see, same baby, boy.
No, I say you are not coming to respond to Okoboy. Let's go to the main issue.
Yeah, budget. But of course, I will deal with some of the issues briefly. Let's share Minuano. Also, no, because say, or no, na net, we one-on-one interview.
But I want to say there is this message. I say, Obi, just play back to Sami Jemfi because I listened to the Honorable Minister. Napo said that he will support and will never have a problem with the finance minister finding money to sustain the Kita defense issue. But he would have a problem and lead a demonstration if it gets into the budget as suggested by the minority by force. Obi, you were right. Where as Samwati we are listening.
And look on the West, no. Say no can you cry West. So any MPs almost on fast one say.
Now, Dr. Okoboy can want to say you are holding the system to ransom.
Ransom
if it doesn't come in, the entire budget will be rejected.
That language is not fair to the members of parliament who are fighting for minu interest.
Really?
It is a buying. My main make it there and across about 11 so. Say ato yenche mato yenuanom Ghana for a war fragmentum. Kita to be specific and other adjoining communities.
Yes.
Na e was a buying e koso mu eboa won. E bi kra ni baby omo beda. No man penyo tie akonwa so nka ho asem bia. Oma wo mo yako. Na minister for energy abetena ha yako kra wa ma omu bi. Na waka se ansana yebe boa wo mo no yenko boa Kumasi flood victims and yes I will be a demonstration kasa papa. Couldn't he have simply say mumwa Kita for no tidal wave disaster victims na mumwa Kumasi flood victims so? Couldn't he have said so? Adobia catch and say Kumasi MPC there, they should not call for aid for flood victims in Kumasi ana. And I so my catch say in any case no crano Kumasi flood victims they've already been taken care of, not more in Ashanti, well resolved.
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
Minim se senchene that's what almost second term media, but first time he did very well. And assembly when you just say on was Sampine better na Kumasi I'm a flood the sea na Sampine into one more obi the Dominic is your best friend mo your just madam for no obeguma ni mu asesa. So what is Napo talking about? Kita de ne de mo sheda nya hu bibia na mo say mo the budget no you will address it. Na MPC say we by we say we should approve the budget. Yes, say answer na you be approve budget no. Make a provision for Kita tidal waves disaster victims. We say we are holding a gun to your head. Okoboy say you see a budget and a well, so MPs should not make demands. When you bring them a budget, they are there to rubber stamp it. Even when they have concerns, they should approve it. Are they zombies? Are they zombies? And so if I am insisting, say I have the authority to approve, and that before I approve, Ghana this year or more Kita atoyenche moya to omo Momwa wo mo te say de mashebo se mo beboa wo mo no mo so ye Ghana for mo wa ho kire mu a wo say no we are holding government to ransom beni ade ye se ma yesika koye papa ma Ghana this year omutu taxes ma wo no so and also we are holding you to ransom. Look at this mentality.
Asempa FM.
It will be unfair non to MSC Okuboy nyama bi say man in defend because also no net ya ka on kasa it will be kasa na o defend and it is inconsistent with your character. Did be oyasa na
kowasem so.
Obi a free feeder Ghana Mrashi Bedwafo started say or more consider the approval of the 2022 budget statement, oyene any painting kakra akoso e wo Ghana Mrashi Bedwamua as Ghana ni me am ferry papa you just know now we TV and I'm not sure say you were proud of what happened, but ansakra ni be kum ni yakwa akohwe the see fieda ebnada ukoda who is right as per the constitution, the standing orders of parliament, and the practices of parliament. Why are we here? Why this brouhaha, this raging controversy and brouhaha in parliament? And making a mockery of our parliament. Because of one thing. And that thing is say, Omampeni Akufo-Addo ne na bedi achire Dr. Bawumia any MPP abanya omoti akonya soe. Omasinkete say, come rain or shine. Omobetwe Ghana fo aso by imposing draconian taxes on the people who are already suffering. Enti omo de budget akọ mrahye bedwemu a omo se mrahye bedwafo nyintum na omo fa taxes ni ahokyere megu Ghana fo a omo bre dada so. Ena NDC mrahye bedwafo se omampenye Akufo-Addo for no any o taxation to production no any ahokyere na yede ayeye ados Ghana fo brinti yempene so. NDC mrahye bedwafo 137 ne ka so omo mpene so nti no MPP for say ye ne wotumi the dole say was say ye bende emra no kra ne ye de ye pese ye say Ghana fo mu mpo ye de ohaw ne abenedie beto mo so a ye beye eno na amanto kwa na
on Asempa FM.
One group in parliament dom kese no the MPP 137 plus one independent 138 MPs are insisting say the Ghanaian must suffer more by paying more taxes. Then Dom Kumana 137 NDC MPs say no. Ghana for bread at that. More bano. More than some de enebeji to me. Musi yatisika so e come yeden ede. Musi Ghana for to ya to Dr. Bawumia say oba betete to so because the tax burden on the Ghanaian is too much.
Asempa FM.
Musi mo kwan ya mo be fast wenya revenue ni say mo tete to a so a ebe ma nnuma bu because cost of doing business beba form na nnuma bu a omo boost production no na che say your revenue so ye den e kosoro. That was your formula for revenue mobilization. Man ka say mono mo be raise sika from puntunyuma by imposing draconian taxes upon taxes. Always out here me pa. Enti si den na wo betina konwa so. Wo the 3% VAT flat rate aba. Retailers nyina omo kofa nyema beton nyina tua. Omo su o man su anwie na VAT no what to VAT na nka se 5%. Businesses suffer. Omo anwie na special import levy 2% was like end 2017 no why extend it. Omo anwie no was so abo mo so trofofro 5% national fiscal stabilization levy. What's Ghana for? And also there was end 2017. And also my extended forever and ever. Omanwe na energy sector levy sir. Who share boss say oba ube ye free because a mura a nuisance tax. Joma metimu edinti no diaba no. What to 30%? Kamani si we. When ye bibi amu wasi ya monokro no. Omusi debi ye di akosia wo akwaje bosia. Ama to a wo se yenye wo baba be ye free no wa betum 30% de akosia wo wa ade a wo se ke etua ne fie num de se ye ko tua ne fie dunum 15 years obi za wutie me we nyina your first time wo san so kwa the last vehicle tax buy ko yika na engine ne bro 2.5% say ye tractor say ye toilet car kwa say ye sikafo car ye je ho tax 1500 to bear 2500 or 3000 na communication services ya tum 50%. After 2021 year, we say COVID aba Ghana for your chere yen ye to aba December. O say o ahokyere nti. Ensuo kakra na aban ma yeden mafa. Nkani akakra na aban yeden afa. Ye to aba wie ya sa na ye nterkese. Upetu mintia. Ave de kasamafo ma ban kwadwo opon kroma say ade na nye free o. He say de mu betua. Inti ye the COVID levy aba VAT 3% ye the 4%, 1% that's all. NHIL and also your VAT na bia Ghana ni bia tu and also your tune from 2.5 to 3.5%. Fan wo ane bo kosoro affect bibia Obi, I feel when you buy way the 9 cedis naka a gallon of diesel and petrol. Because or the baller tax, yen TB penny send that abeto petrol ni diesel boso 1 liter be at 10 pesos. Or the energy sector levy for 20 pesos per liter of diesel and petrol. Tia 70 you at your phone tia no mu di entia obuhwe TV a MPs ne konto kwa no. Me chira mo ase ne fare by na me chira mo no. Owie ya or the 18 pesos energy sector levy to LPG gas so. Owie ya boss margin watum 200%, full market margin 67%. To a data so nyina watum dollar so wuntimi manage. Dollar nene anwe ne se edu 6 cedis 40 pesos. Ye cedi na tetia pansam. Egu amanfo nyuma. Se na 2016 adoma ma wo ho. Obi kita 100 cedis, titisika no 100,000 cedis. Titisika no 1 billion no de ba dollar akọ kwanso akọfa nyema. Obi 1 billion no. Na utiminya $25,000 from it because that time na dollar e cost so kwa na be do 4 cedis. The $25,000 the obenya dia ko China na baby a okọ bi akọfa nyema. Ennei amamu boni nti a dollar do 6 cedis 40 pesos no. The same 100,000 cedis 1 billion no e be man only be $15,000. We lose $10,000 when isika so. Enti petrol reyen. Dollar reyen. Taxes so reyen dada. And na wo ton wa yento. Wo firi ayentua. Wo si we nyina chi no. Wo san so ato aban fees aban adwuma bi aga na for kwa assess bia no. Wo 2022 budget mu Dr. Bawumia ne MPP for say ye 15%. And it said that last week Mika here no. Oko nursing training institution. Oko college of education. Oko a polytechnic. University school fees are buying so 15%. I want to know that many in it. More chief fees, more will be a no, and also 15%. Bev certificates. Who register company on Krata, FDA, passport office. Bibia or two. Oria or say Yeme Wogaso categories of item bear 41 and more kahubi. Chocolate kahubi. Edura wo yare abakwa akoto. Edia sa wo yare kahubi including condom. Biscuits ka ho. Infidia yede ye nwuma ka ho. Emo asichire bibia ka ho. Aban ne so 30%. All in one budget. So trouble 10. Na de ya na esanso abufu de say or the 1.75% ba wo mia taxes wa ba beka ho. E-levy. Nti ubu busu ani wa broche no send usika bia through Western Union na MoneyGram aban ne say mrahye bedwafo ma ne kwan na on tisika no 1.75%. Say we de koto aduru, say we de kwa kodidi, say ye school fees on fa ho obete 1.75%. Say mombo na obeye hiani a wo ni bicycle tie kra aban ne say do so mete 1.75%. Bank transfer na wa we get tire kita wo kra na obese wo transfer aban ne say 1.75%. Na just obese wo ku Ghana fo ana. Eti NDC fo ye wa badaye ni adwen Ghana fo munti yes ya ye otom we de ye de yento yempene so yes yempene so almost you are holding us to ransom moboa enti de mrama ho kwan no kra na ye be ye obi de na see Friday and almost start approval process no yakọ minority leader wa conclude the debate. Majority leader a conclude the debate. Speaker otie dwem right honorable Aban Bagben. Ama o mine for to sound for no ne de ne budget buy no. Ken for riata kwan say o bibi a won kan twa to. O si o mesre say emrahye bedwafo bema memre. Na makwa ye consultations on e-levy ni nyeme bi. And say now the budget ne buy ye ne consultations be bi. And ye wie debate no kwa de. E was here to swap by Yembra no. And ye to swap by near say Yempa. Then yes, Amreno. What the insisanya person will be what yes answer no. Consultation ya why now the revised budget I abba. Yet to abba speaker say NDC mrahye bedwafo ye 137 ye to know say yem peneso emma aban ne fa ho kire bebrebe we meto Ghana for so no ye ne yedi nkunim MPP for CNTS ye dia ho kire ne beba
that no was in respect
voice vote that request
in respect of the request
yes.
of the finance minister.
Yes. Nti yes speaker say ne yare ne no mo se da bi yɛmpene so na mmara ne ma yɛn ho kwan sɛ yɛmpene so a yɛtumi challenge me yɛyɛ bibi division yes yɛba bɛkan mmarahyɛ badwafo yɛbɛyɛ voice vote no biem yɛwie na yɛnte yɛn ho ase a yɛbɛkan yɛn yes speakers you mate kyɛ sɛ honorable Abambagbe he was so fair yɛnyɛ division no yɛnyɛ division na MPP fo akyi mfuturo yɛhwɛ ɔmo mu yɛhu ɔmo madwane ebi mu so ɔmo boycott yɛ ɛso ɔmo an boycott there was no boycott obi parliament is a house of record it is a local parliament now person will work it out the procedure is that you rise to your feet and you tell the speaker who is presiding say assembly to me work it out let the records reflect so now we go meeting now we say what's one what sorry pia kwa kujina bontia say we go national science and my quiz obi anim say we go champions league match or office obi anim say mo kwa ye mo kokos meeting obi anim no we pie ne wanka hwe no ye work out you didn't work out senka formally you worked out and that was captured in the Hansard or on the recorder then you can say from that time going now when you're there na wuni ho but because you didn't do anything like that on record you were there it is obi awako meeting one sorry free meeting as say okọ washroom wankra does that mean say because you left at some point you were not present you were present unless you left in protest and the records have captured it so or before what's the difference now say so you do decision time no yeah we train people for omo budget aba no omo dwane omu ni ho na wo do budget aba wo dwane no and this mbase bedwafo ye nya odian ye wo budget na wo na wo do budget aba wo dwa ye nya odian there is a was here tutia because budget we dia ho kire na eba be diga na fo wu enti na MPs 274 na wo sada no 26 November Friday and 274 no mu 137 to aba and as required by article 104 of the 1992 constitution you know, they had a quorum of 92 MPs they had a quorum for decision which is 274 ebro 138 crowd and 137 MPs voted so the budget was lawfully rejected.
A head count was done which head count Emma who said nipa 137 the chamber.
No, but
immediately before
the head count was for quorum. It was not even to check attendance because people can come for meetings, meaning they are in attendance. But my PhD na bontin din komo. It is a decision time drew. Na speaker no every say quorum ni obetumi aka say yen check it. Say nipa na wa no so dia ye be take decision no. But no nkyere say wa na wugina bontin no. Wa ma meeting. Wo ba ye.
A quorum to check whether we have the numbers for normal parliamentary proceedings to go
yes.
on. That number ne here 92.
Yes.
After that quorum no na se wo ba be take a decision which requires a higher quorum.
Yes.
In this case 138.
Yes.
Na se no mo so 138. Why do you think?
Why do you think? I don't know because 274 MPs na ba. It then I want so. Omo amaba no. It is a so kire say oko parliament. Na sebi impreduasa we yemi oya. Now sorry ko washroom when you're present in parliament.
We are present, but
you are present
for the purpose of a decision, no, you need to be there.
No. Now
1041.
The law says you must be present. What does it mean to be present for a meeting? To be present for a meeting doesn't mean you must physically sit at the meeting venue throughout. To be present for a meeting means you have attended a meeting, duly registered in the attendance book like you are present. If you leave on your own midway without informing the one chairing or presiding, say I am leaving by way of protest. Yeah, you are present at the meeting. Say we pie ko galavanti ko ye dede na ko ye
interpretation of present.
Na say me metie me madwe.
Na
interpretation for be say contrary one bi wo aka kire me. Unless you are telling me say oko meeting. Na meeting no bibiansi ye. Na wa sore na wa pia. We shouldn't count you as present because at a particular time you were not there.
You end in 2 minutes in 10 minutes.
Obi.
In 2 minutes, no work 20 minutes.
No problem. So the budget was validly rejected. That's what I'm saying. Then MPP for ba Ebenada. Because the house was adjourned to the Tuesday. No say. No. MPs ni on Friday. Say omum prema sa ho chire we magana for so no. Omo de chenchina wo be. Ghana for mu po mu mpio mu betua boga tax mu betua mumu tax mu betua bank transfer tax mu betua mortuary fees ye 15%. Mo betua school fees 15% increase. Enti omo abesesa no. And ye ka se there be. Mo ba ye no. Mo ye 137 MPP MPs. Independent come home mo ye 138. But mumu ba ko ye den e preside as speaker. It is a mrane say 138 MPs na was a president and sana wetimi take decision. Mo so it mo decision ye null and void. Mo ye 137. Almost oh the preside ye no so ye MP ye kan ka ho. Na wo ye footballer na wo san so ye referee. Na uko referee, uko di referee wo match bi mu na wo kan players on the pitch. Na wa kan ho because wo ye footballer even though say wo di referee. What be that? O kan article 102 or say parliament from quorum a 1/3 of all members of parliament the presiding on can be on quorum ne ma wo kwan ma wutimi kra discussion and debate o you me but now about 104 so catch you say answer now be take decision no we hear at least half, which in this case is 138 yamfa sir, of all the members we say even though say quorum which is needed for debate and discussion or the presiding in kahono decision the okahubi what you say we be that he cannot be part, and the reason he cannot be part, and they say nowhere in the constitution or the standing orders of parliament is it allowed say you can be speaker or act for the speaker and at the same time exercise your rights or powers as an MP. You can't do that at the same time. So a deputy speaker is not a speaker. But when the deputy speaker is acting as speaker, because speaker is unavailable, he exercises the privileges and the rights of the speaker. It will be a speaker. At that time, no MPBM. It is standing orders. They say, as a presiding speaker or your MPO constituency, and so on to be in the debates, on to be in Kasama and Manfo, on to be in Tuaba, and not your wives are settled. Apart from on to be in Tuaba, on to be in the debates. O to be nye adia MPB abetimi ayebi because yamma wo so de wakwa kugina sa eponiti as speaker and na wo hwe so na ye referee o to be nye referee sanso be bo match ni bi as a player enti tina ho enti na mo ye 137 mu decision no it makes it null and void enti yemfa nto nchen MPP for say hey NDC for ye ntiase ne ntiase kina eno ne ntokwa na yehu no wo TV so ni nyina ti ye de ne ye ka Yempis na ye bia aban we say chinchina chin omo de ahokyere beto Ghana for so nhyan kanya me say ye wo honorable Haruna Eduso honorable Muntaka ene Ghana mrahye bedwafo a Ghana for da omakoma so enya MPP for ene 2 minti omo nwen the ordinary Ghanaian ho. We congratulate them and we salute them. Omo so mbekọ so akon the best way they can say ye best sa decision na MPP for taking. Na say yantumi ansesa mpo a anya hwe Ghana fo hu de NDC fo yaye den yaye ye Ghana fo a assembly fa ye ankasa ye ho no emra so say yeso waka na ye si mountain so na ye tintesu kokko cha ban say uba ye wanya sika cha ban bia ye hu de wo de yaye aje say private jet akese na wo de han I just say expenditure and fan for so be amre. And lastly, this is the last point I'll make. Just in 30 seconds, Obi. Me no yako boy can say. I buy me well, but I can't be fit here taxes to fix that. But on him say, sa taxes in no. Emu kapre one city kroni wa abana de be ye kwan. Enya ne de be ye beetroot. Sa taxes no emu kapre kroni wa ye de be twa ban djuma ye ni bia because Obi ye de be ye mpuntu nyuma bia. Because about 2022 nko Ghana ka ensi ho ene eka ye de nko akwakotua ye 46 billion. Also wi a abanjuma ye fo obetua mo ka ye 35 billion. Owi a Ekosiisen for toa emra hye ne se onfa sika nkotum de fe ne statutory funds get fund ne de keka ho no. And also so ya another 26 billion. Abanjuma ye fo ka ye ka ho nsi ho ne ye ka and statutory fund payment on Kuano over 113 billion. Yet, also taxes is yet to any Ninama Nimpa will be just 105 billion total revenue. And it says Sikano, and to me, so Sanyama means, and it means to a yaka, and in Simo, and to a Benjamin Foka, Yen yedi cost to France. I just yakobo bosia. It is sika ben na wo de kwa capital expenditure na wo si 16 billion no.
Me da say. Enti lawyers are major fee na ya training can thank you. Doc, me pacho bremuna yentio on the budget from Friday through to Tuesday to end. What has happened yentio?
Oh me da wasi papa. Na
Asempa FM.
Sana me kan no. Aban we sebi enya aban a enra no na oba Ghana ha obi. Nana Adodankwa Akufo-Addo aban aban a yedi na tena Ghana ha we in the 5th year. Na ye bobe bi se onim obi anopa anaju umfa kania enhwenenim. Na before I make us no mincha NADMO Director General. Last about studio ha. O ma wuti ase se keta DC no NADMO officials o makọ akoso mumu. Na o man we ye de bibia ye politics. Obi pese onya ade ni ti se sebi o Nana Akufo-Addo sebi waye chebi ni achimni nti sebi ompe anglofo asem into masem sie no ni nipa bia representing emfa ho nanso obi the record show say NADMO akoho akomo muniama na sebi o yewo MDC for they have been quick to acknowledge niama free JM ni endis for nanso NADMO de ne de o ka omo yet said omunti mesre o man we enye bibia na edi politics you see utan okwedura na waye den
we in America sebi NADMO kakra brewa bonidin na ochna ahye ne nkran ama wa brew bebre nti again no me pese me bonidin na Najiman I know he's a hard working man DG na de wayama ketafo no omo nsa kan andre no obi ye ka say oman bi omo economy no omo anya fiscal deficit say omo abrabo no nhihye no eya eka omo ye see deficit che say eka nhihye obi enti ufa Ghana say eye busu a ebo ni bra say ye ka say bi a deficit eye 1000 e che say ye plan say e be di 10,000 Ghana afia eye 9,000 Ghana na eba ye kutukom obi sika ye nsaka 9,000 nanso nhihye ya ye nkwara be ko school fie eduane be di light be tua car be to petrol ye be service say ye boy ye bra bibia ye normal tot ye ko nanim no che say ye di 1,000 more than ye nsaka enti obi kan be ka so efie we uba ha omo deficit omo di running every year 1,000 safie nu asemsi no omo papa ejuma nko yie na sebi o na ejuma sei na se sika e be fie nu kofom now instead of 900 now 9,000 no munya how many 10,000 count scan number for say so munya 7,000 I was say so munya 3,000 count na ndru sa 10,000 na almost spending the deficit no be cost through just say omo abrabo nhihye no e ka ewo mu no e be cost through to 3,000 because they say omo won akofom you can't deficit eno na chire na se sa e ka na e kan wa abrabo nhihye no se e cost through just omo uta jiska omo oji kanini amano wan hwa sa e ka no betimi amene wo ama niama oye wo fie kura wan hwa dai wo se wontua school fees na kenti school fees na delay wan hwa na ya pam ba school fees car si ho I was saying fa akwaran ko school na car no enko driver si o petrol asan because ebia e car mini wunti no petrol so ISM e ho no be won say abrabo amobo no e be start akonechi obi enti ye can deficit sana eche na ansana COVID ebe 2 ye no na wo hwe ye sika sem hihye na e ka ye di boy bra no enye e ka sebi ebe drum pepeso a ye beka se e bu ye kon na ye boy mu ye homodin kakaka na obi se deficit o kano a odi bo bra as a busu na oman se kosoro a normally nima mienu na esi e kano ye kese no odi loan a mo fe no sen busia e na otimi di feel sa gap no se enye busia ye obi efe no Central Bank Financing chese umai no ebe pretty sika bebre ama odi atua sa na man ba ye sika unni ye se unni a enye adwuma mu value na wanya sa sika no wa na wa printing na sebi o fache mo mo sua sika ensem economic sika be chese uko pretty sika unni a e ma overall sika na okita na hondi na eden esi form
nti wobetimi asofa de efe no inflation chese o man ni sika na mo use no uto ade na enche ochina na sika na ho ndi no kofom the same sika to 10 bottles of water now next month we will not only 2 bottles the next time they to one chese sika no enye sika o man no ntimi nhihye niam yi bibia ye basa enti se wo be borrow sika no asem wo ho there are consequences na uti anye yie na o man no obobusia wambo wabonti na obo ofie a obi akoso okojiska a odi kwako bie na adwuma mu agi Jackson eni omo wole jokuko adwuma no obi beduru ho no na Ken Oforiata so gina ho so obobusia na Ken ko obobusia na ohia obi a oye bank manager hina na odi bonkomo obi because aban sebi yensie no aban oni obituary aban so on yare nka se me yare nti mantimi anye adwuma nti usika no mpawto asi there is nothing like bad debt with aban enti oman no se uta borrow ejiska o mamu na wan hye oniama ya o deficit no so obi ebeduru ebi no na businessmen omu peska omu nya esa oman no adwuma sem kofom na obi enti ohwe ebusia uko busia edi asem bebre na edi eba uko printers council a enu so di asem na eba enti the third one aye mpem bebre no uye enu de enu so sabi bibia ni wan asem ni hu ba ebi enu asem no wo form kakra na otumi manage se wo be resist can afi o man no mu kwame na resist ka income tax omo mu ye juma eto omutua corporate tax ejuma ya bi omo mu eto omutua obi ana other taxes indirect taxes are there to nyamaso na obi se uye wadwin se uye butua obi ti o na because usika sema conform no pese obebo o deficit obebo butua bebre de abo obra se na meka fie na se first no munya 9000 omu koji 1000 na edi ka omu 10000 omu di 10000 a year se because u papa ejano yari ebusu penyi yari omu sika na ko 7000 obi two things pese wa ko bobusia 3000 e dey aka 7 no wa 10 e dey abo obra e wo se niam bi e wo mo abra bom no oyin free mu ti o obeyi 3000 activities a free ebusuan na abra bom no chese se mu driving kora ne the school a obi on se u break here eboa nkora no ebia car na ekosi mu school se enu ye be jai obi obema se bi o ma fa trotro se nkora no ye nu aduane wo fie ansa na mo ko school be ka jom se mummia mo ani anopa mo ndidi munji ska ewia school na mo edemo didi kire se mi pa kire se ubema life ayedin ama ubema niam akonechi enti se Akufo Addo aban epese obi
o distracting
obi enti se Akufo Addo aban pese with problems yenya sebio with covid niam an opese ye ka ye deficit enko from na mayin sebi se na samemu kanu mayin charge 11 na bibia chese bia planting for food and jobs se fertilizers 1 million farmers na ebu omo a e wo se yenti so mba 500,000 na farmer wanya fertilizer wan hwa na yield akofom odini busuya omo abrabo na be kofom e wo se yenti because bia free SHS no se no ye yi first and second years are free ho final year here pa enti be funding only the final year and ye yi program na fio because we spend about let's say average 2 billion a year and now be ka say se no ye sremo sa allowances na mobusuan for gia no na eso mu kakra o school amuso munya ahonto kakra o fie no se ye spend 1 billion every year enti ye be twa asan obi ana lejo kuku beach road na ye na ebe biemu a ebe ma wa do tamantem no ye sremo ye di tu o kakra obi se uyo man na sebi wamfa kwan bi so obebua wo ama mo nyina mo bebua mo ama musika sem amugia kosoro a nema bi obi afa no normal na be saa ayede akono fichi saa na etu ye ukama onu si ma yenka saa na etu ye time anya adum so no na dum so time no enye machines na say o obi na ye total installed capacity na a door so change ye here peak demand but the problem was that available energy na yen sakano e were formed because some of the plants no sika omunya no na omusanka obi enti sika sem etimi ma o kan ye dum enye say ya dum light obi fache mi obi wo wa ni fie ni credit say ya dum light on fie nanso na community obi a wo light enti mesremo sami kan it say de ena niama bebre wo ha Akufo Addo aban ye na omumbre nso yanye the entire to me and say yet me a fundy oh me pacho Obi 3 years before Obi Ekofado be president 2017 up to 2019 the first 3 years Obi yes na me kan Obi a waso mu da no e wo say ya won kai eno na e che on ne botaye ene ne ne Obi na Ghana ha na hospitality boom Obi ya year of return ama woko hotels anigye woko Cape Coast chese ne ma koso yie bus e won poano air flow chese omo ye ba ejuma enya tips ba owners e koso taxi drivers Uber abrofoba Chrome Black Americans chese Ghana bibia come on Obi na factory so ba VW bie Suzuki bie wo Ghana haya woko Kumasi atano so bie na ye chese ne ma kakaka ye koyenim Obi na o mind way your primary balance chese sika ye dino na oyi loans a ye 70 free mo sika ye dino na e match de ensaka ansa de Ekofado be president na sika John Dramani Mahama ye dino na e draw so change de ensaka. The point is that sika e ba nsem grants revenue ni ama no o hwe de odi e draw so change or running negative deficit o ka o hwe primary balance na but na Ekofado aban ken nhihye no na ye didi ye ensaka e na ye fe no discipline Obi na mining sector na niama koye Anglo Gold obuasi na ye asamanfo ekrom na nipa sorry ama mo wu nyina o ma back to life u shoma so Ekofado nkwanda ye dasi Obi na 1D 1F nkrofo apply Exim Bank uko prampram Atlantic Life Sciences oye ndro wako jiska Exim Bank amaniska ama we bie prampram phone ni ama me call Sam George consensus o mu ye adwuma na niama akoso Obi Usha free SHS ye buy say o betimi aye na say me brother in law be the year case say ni second child nso wa we BC obeko 2 children Obi ni nyina the only thing o ye so de mutu kam no de o mako school Ghana haya Ekofado aban na uba sempa na kania na ya sem 2012 to 2016 ene ya dum ochina na won hihyew niama ene utie me wa wonim ye di ye hu nokware a say niama is stable niama maka wanyina okobwa aka nyina sebi ye sika na echichire na mesremu BBC wo kroma enye kroma pega wiase nyina aye friend covid ye kan esi mo bi anka nanso Obi oman a osika nyina free habo aya tu abomu a obroni a odi container beba atunu kroma wada no how come say sebi Obi person ka che say ye ntu adwun free no so na enye no na ma eka emini ye na ye election Obi kroma mesremu aye nyina share them for 3 weeks we come say o Accra ni Kumasi even after no sebi Obi oye business or tie me onim say Obi containers do eba Africa eba Ghana ni nyina conform afa na ema no nsu kakra Obi into your mind sebi Obi me ma wo panie Obi minim say wo panie next be our panie or Ghana or panie ba ko ema no 5 cities 5 to 6 Ghana cities that's the cost per job allowance etua abai and absorb Obi but but Obi vaccination program is in the budget.
But are you respond? Don't mind him.
Yes,
proceed.
Obi. And the point I mean say, Misremu, Obi. Your Maya, Obi. Look, your Maya to petrol. JM time no to petrol. And then Professor Mills 14%. Obi, COVID by most of the mining companies, include I'm talking about mining on the seas, oil. Obi, production. Obi almost hot here now. Who share them? No, you know go to petrol on also. E hoso na your revenue sika free enti o man o sika sema conform kra Obi I was still umbu ankrofo no ukonya sa sika no through tax na Obi uni mi bi first 3 years ye buy no ye be to tax Sami Jemfi ene ni papa President John Dramani Mahama omodi atu Ghana force na plane kra obe Kumasi a ye di tax to so o transfer sky ye di tax to so e draw obe no ma obe nyankwa Sena Sami Kasai, one shall mention me be Kasati said, no make us not JM, any Sami percent cook Ghana for, go a draw quite a benum crano, money tax to su. Obi 70.5% on imported medicines. It was part of the taxes I abolished. Now, let me be blunt here. All the taxes that JM introduced through okay, fair no. Yeah, funny say who abolish. Obi. Look, let's be blunt here. Obi, I want to be blunt. Obi free say na JM or Tangana for it's not true. Obi, not JM. Na yes. Oh. Obi, na me see sa de no makanda me see time at jam e cancel teacher and nursing training allowance what do you so time nurses ni teachers that was not the intent na ne sika sem hihye na akire no na management of the economy on this car ye the TSA allowance into years expenditure item ni free ho obi taxes na GM di buy no na say na me kan na office of time oba na opekwan resist car obi enti sa adina ye ken na okobo ekyem say ye wo say ya yam so ye mu yem boa ye ho so da ye mfa ka busia embo ye bra no sa kwansu na GM kofa ya or the resist taxes no. But then na ye yi sa taxes ni free yo because na ye nkofo ya ka say enye sa kwan e na ye disi o man nanso assembly to obi a e na ebia ne ni ye ananis ni kasa nye den esisa obi o hia okoboy na me si mi okoboy me num nsu emu ya nyuma da obe hia me say me kita nsu e wo freezer mu a obi e wo so obi say den na si ye enti me sremo ekufu adura by first 3 years taxes we nyina ye hu e assembly na si ye oh na we say Obi, enti, Obi, Sami having. Obi, enti, pointer, me yani say, message Ghana for. It was say, Sana Mekan, Abrabo, a bono, Sana Yams and Yama Eko ye, Bibia and Yankupa and Ekono, Sebi, a cacao. Na Obi, upese umbo obi, na upese onfas cambra, say, or Kikemwa, it was on cheche. Nipa no mu enti na me cheche na mamu bebrisa no na because Ghana fonti e na ye de ye no obi omo kasa no yati e wo asopa mu na wo hwe finance minister waka say ye be hwe na ya hwe say 11 no say downward review na be ya hwe kwan ya be bibia den afa ho obi sa na ye chichi oman wo di adwempa kase wo pese on register Sebi, Yambase Ebe Magana Huachi. But in the process of trying to get all of us to raise money to help ourselves, if it can harm some of us or some people, we find ways to try and mitigate. Say, Obe so sad in anu. Obi, and mobile money, you see, Sebi, Obi ye 100 Ghana a day, my yis can't be nyede in film. And yes, Abotayeno, and I may share. O was Abotayepe. One will be beautiful for everything. Me here be buano for what doing ebra. Now Obe kasa opposition say oh Ekufado ni temu din and odi jiska ho opewa proud. Hey Sami na oni o papa enche mu taxes amudi buy in a season. Ye kan ye nye ne. Enti mesremo ye nhwe de esi ene eni de ye no na Ketasi defense obi eni na esre na me de wie no. You are asking for certain projects to be included in the budget obi. Those projects are expenditure items. And a project I just was on Fasika and Gum. Meanwhile, abai no denti osi oji tax ni say o pesca dey project. Who dey be kanwa? Chese say skakura was on spend one my head akosuru. Wa boni panasum and na wa sa cheche ni nza. Usi mamiketa see defense. But men just kabia but see defense no mai. Ubi sa how na do so o be see na brother. On him say there was some kabia Gabby or saying Philly with resources. I don't him say you can only fill with either loan, taxes, or print bank from central bank. If you ask Aruna to go for loan, or because a loan name boy. If you ask Aruna to how do you call it? Print money from central bank, or because a menye, the same with Sami. He will tell you the best is to find ways to raise the money. Meanwhile, no, Sami is talking like this because Sami wants to win. Today, the NDC wants to win. They are not thinking about victory for the Ghanaian. They want to win power in 2024. But guess what? If Minister Minka say God forbid because me person say bebemu, but say samemu ba the omoye Kufuor time no is what they will do. They might win, but the Ghanaian will lose because oba tax na e no all me free ho. One share why any say communication tax na obe share Kufuor time. They increase the tax. So mesremo, we should continue to think about how to make sure say obi. You bet me actually ye hunka ama yenko ye situation na yentimi g public health public sector workers and now medical say police Jim Crawford immigration Jim Crawford teachers 100,000 people in the education sector Ministry of Health nanse ya be portal ye nurses when you know no it's because your maya ye so yemu me see ye so yemu we are all helping each other na sami kasa omo jiska no sika no sebi ye mfa nko Jubilee House sebi o yen fan bro ko boy sa skana ena de best Francis Xavier sosu ye de best sonu kwan no mama no enu bi nyame bo aketa se kasa na ekomu a enu na de best som obi na bibia akoneni
me da say 44 minutes after 6 was meba 5 minutes na yen sorry and continental Africa say a free October ye echo March next year. Omoma cheap and special offer for the Dubai Expo and Christmas holiday packages. Now, apart from that, the assignment genuine work visa, tourist visa, study visa, business visa assistance to countries which are Malta, Portugal, Italy, Czech Republic, Denmark, Ireland, Canada, Croatia, Romania, Dubai, UK, and every other place across the world. Only continental Africa in Komosi here 0240 712 951. Now, Omoshe Emwao. Sami, 5 minutes. It starts now.
Idikai, Okuboy say, Dr. Okuboy say, and someone, Sami Jefini and DC4 Kenya is because you're a rainy
on Asempa FM.
And he said, you're not so person, or also the old Kenyan is because or no so person rainy aba. And I know the opposite people lose. You see, so we are so simplistic with serious issues that are affecting Nipa Brabwa. You see, you will not be doing justice to the issues. Say be aba you better to 2024. But what the e-levy bar? But we me a taxi. So we NDC, so we NPP. Or transfer sika or bank account. I bet you 1.75. Ubusu yeni sendu sika fra brochire bagana so we NPP so we NDC ubetua. And if about to obey, about 3 years time. So, ebi anunti na ya kasa munti no because mama bi nyina ya mo say ade bia no must win you an election. Nti me kan semo a efa Ghana for. Okay, Dr. Okoboy, what about the ordinary Ghanaian who is complaining? Telcos na omo nyina ya ka. Omo ye momo vendors na kro mo say ade we begu omo adwuma no. Omo so person omo we ni aba na. Is that why they are also complaining? I'd rather for Mususa and Ghana. No, they are also complaining because they want to win election. At almost a party. So that argument is a non-starter. That's number one. You can't say more. Ghana for Munye City na Munsho Tema na Munye Hubibi. They are also be. I say, oh, say I'm fine. You live in the taxes, baby. Yeah, ma. You be kwa bobosia. You kwa bobosia so a one crown ko pe bosia wonya den. Wonya bi. Inti ye the taxes na ba. Na abanye timi anya sika ye mpuntunwuma se na be ya yonko bobosia. Oh, Dr. Okoboy. Se wa wonim sa asem we anya no kro. Ti adanji na wo yesa. 2022 budget ewum. Mo se mo be bobosia 37 billion Ghana cedis 2022 ngwa. Na mo wi a makwa mansadwa so Eurobond akobo 4.5 billion. Iti mo bosia no Masa yes, your mom gold cry, it is in your DNA. That culture of unbridled and reckless borrowing is embedded, it is ingrained in your DNA. And then on the diabahano. Because there are taxes. And a wunya more mabusia dia. Why is it that President Mahama in 4 years on your taxes 86 billion? But Sika what they can't Ghana account in 4 years, 84 billion. Obi me. President Mahama got taxes of 86 billion and added to Ghana's public debt by 84 billion cedis. When your President Mahama taxes times 2, 157 billion in 4 years, 2021 the enka. And yet why increase Ghana in 4 years by over 200 billion? So if your argument is that the more you generate revenue through taxes, the lower your rate of borrowing or the lower the amount you borrow there. Why is it that you are getting more taxes, double what Mahama got, and yet you are borrowing more? Tidok, men kasasa. Because maybe pewasem pa. Oh yes sir, no one may yina yesi afem. I feel crowd also last year mo bobosian 50 billion. I feel 2022 ko bobosian 37 plus 4.5. And on be 43 billion no. Hefa na de Ghana keko. Fitch is telling you say busia bebrebe winti. He said Ghana yeka emene yen debt to GDP ebe 90% by 2023. ABM Obi taxes na Dr. Kobo epeso kyerɛ sɛ ya anjeji a ɛwɔ si yɛgyae planting for food and jobs ya anjeji a ɛwɔ si yɛgyae wei no ɛnyɛ no korɛ because e-levy ɛnyɛ no na mo sɛ mo de bɛyɛ planting for food and jobs e-levy ɛnyɛ no na mo sɛ mo de bɛyɛ kwan e-levy mo sɛ mo de yɛ cyber security meboa
Ekosiisen
ɔmo yɛ sakawa nyɛma no mo de kɔ stopo na mo de create nnwuma enti ɛkwan ne saa pɛsɛ deɛ planting for food and jobs nyina yɛ e-levy beach road nyina yɛ e-levy. Why is Dr. Koboy doing this? And kyerɛ sɛ yɛ ka sɛ braha na ti ni bibia na wo ba be defend it.
On defend it.
What me so me kyerɛ ma adwen respectfully to me nua panyi. Sɛ asɛm a wo ke ɛnyɛ e-levy sika deɛ de kɔ planting for food and jobs. Ke do for atakwa nkasa. But to defend it until say oh yeah I was see planting for food and jobs. Ya anji e-levy ya beach road yen to me sosu constituency kwai. Why? Obi ebiem ubesi yeso anka wo hye yema. When you sika nko 460 billion. Wabobo si acha aban bia. Or you sika nko when you 20.6 billion. President Amanya 6 billion pe. When your taxes show bia. Akwan dodo say na waye. Sukuu say na wasi. Hospital ba kokora wasi bi. Na wabeka che say oh mumuntua taxes na manyasika yempuntu. Na bebrebe no de ye den. 12.8 billion ye dia say ne kwa katazehye ne proye. Sika fa aban adwuma ye fonsa 2020. 12.8 billion. Na wabeka che say ye see ye kita sea defense project na sika no. So the only way you can get money for that project is through taxes. Now that project no require boss yan yede. But generally say mpuntunyuma na opesa wo ya. If you protect the public purse like President Akufo-Addo and Dr. Bawumia promise her, you betunya service ka no bi meboa. Ye take attention the project we ntimi service ka. 2016 sika fa aban adwuma efo nsase was 718 million. Na enu 1 billion. 2020 edu 12.8 billion. In 4 years, Sikafa Munsase 32 billion. Imagine the roads it can build. Imagine the schools it can build. Imagine the people it can employ. Even e-levy crown ain't me mamo. Even 20% of that money na katasheshani proyedino. Resika also bejeji e-levy nkuwa 6.9 billion. Now what the three in your app, Mr. Obi. In your app. By what watch any watch here. You send boats.
How I run the show. Maybe your 5 minutes is up.
Hey, let me protest.
What you can do is
protest time.
You can't protest.
Okay, me beg for time.
30
respectfully.
Starts now.
Obi, then again. Also, COVID no yare bi na ba ye na man from yenka say ma yenka yare no ho asem. Ba ye say yare no enye ukuro mu hankwa ne bi ye den e ba ye. Wiase afa na nyina sa COVID yare no e bi akọ. But abibrem ho obi ani wo de COVID levy abanukrum. Unkwa de wo de aba mienu kaye ne ba kumpo mienu VAT ni NHIL COVID aba enso abibre mu ha ye PS no Benin, Togo, Cote d'Ivoire, Tanzania obi ani wa we spend ya bro ni sika eba ni sem te said ya nobody recorded the deficit of 15.6%. Omu nyina deficit ye below 6%. Omu nyina obi ani wa ne ka wo de toto oman no sika wo nyina ho a etwam 60%. Wo de edu 80%. Nature a problem ni ye. Busiana wa man na hu si hu na du mpempenso bi a. Mo jeje to wo Ghana. Mo de to ni nyina kutu aka ni si ho. Obi. COVID ma ye mpo no. Ye jeje Ghana for to ye nya 43 billion 2019. COVID ba ye mpo a na port adwuma nkoso no. Ye nya 45.3 billion. Meaning say ye nya more revenue in 2020 and COVID aba no tax revenue. Obi ti me than 2019. And that is not the cause of the deficit. The deficit, economy now saying it's not because revenue has gone down. Expenditure rather has gone down. Now say expenditure me ye wuni ye mante musuku awodi aye, akwanya awodi aye, asupitis awodi aye, inuma awodi ebie. Now so expenditure cost awodi ye den. You've wasted it on consumption and profligacy.
National communication.
And I'll do it in 1 minute. Me patch out. This issue, not make. I will do it next week. This allowances issue. We don't have. I will do because I will show you. Say, we never cancelled allowances. It was a replacement of the allowances, and it was not because any nisika. it was because we wanted to increase enrollment. No, let me just give you this fact.
But you know, sir,
no, 5 seconds. By 5 seconds. But let me give you this pointer. Now, what do you mean for what your appetite for next week? 2012-2013 nursing training. You found that 3,595. 2015-2016 bedu oni afan kra 2014-2015 ye fan kra 11,696. 2015-2016 year allowance ni free ho no yetimi fa enkra no 13,601. so uhwe allowance ye na ye free ho na my enrollments in nursing training institutions increasing from 3,595 in 2012-2013 academic year to 13,601 for the 2015-2016 academic year.
Continue that next week.
Expand access to nursing training education, college of education.
Doc, me too.
It's neither here nor there. A buying an political party there was a for our Brazilian Juma. Now the year Juma wow. Ushe niama JM ni sami mu fa mu 2016 are still on mutimidi kukudro kasa se obo say they've not learnt a lot. Sa vimni kasa admit reality and omudi call into the election the margin of loss one of the highest ever in the Fourth Republic. A city president losing by close to 1 million votes difference. That is when you have asked teachers and nurses, say, "Untimi ntuomo allowance." Now you can't still be chechemu. Kwaya, utimi arrive says still no. Now utia obi. A policy that was withdrawn. You see. So my point is that there's some level of humility you must show, especially if you want to last long in power. Now obi. Me lawyer Sami Ashawo program be ama refer no to paragraph 17 of the 2021 budget. I actually say 2020 your revenue inflows no drop by 11.9 billion. I care about the shock of the pandemic. Let me see no. I 3.1% of GDP. And expenditure went up by 14 billion more than what was targeted because of all the expenditures you have to buy, make this buying kits, vaccine. There are a lot of things you didn't plan for. So it is clear that we had an increased gap because of COVID. And something that's in bad is in black and white in the print. Now, Obi, Meti News ABI said Honorable Railway Minister buying Anya 68 million euros. I did a some railway works and all that. My prayer, Obi, me boss say all these projects, media they hear me all the time. Economic activity. Say maybe no benye juma engineers benye juma or carpenters to be engaged. It's not about what we say. Once nipanya bibi no so bonfire now wakai. Now when him say there are some 1 or 2 items among our budget no Obi. It's serious good news, but because of and I'm going to say carry all this noise, we are missing out on some of this good news. Development Bank Ghana, South Bank na yebabesi to give capital to industry in some sectors. Obi, the starting capital is $250 million. Midiu Kasai, $200 million has been given, allocated for the setting of the bank. Their management and structure and everything. Manpower, you are selected some very soon to take off. Obi, may share the level of impact on job creation. Obi, you forwarding to number of people juma over one bank, let's say like GCB. Utiminya of you know, I send a message. Oh, mpacho met many opportunity. My accounts admin BSM will feel Obi. I'm looking at the impact. Even if we get just 15 branches across, would every region crania one branch? Obi, I'm looking at the impact. I was so excited that we are coming to have a bank that will create jobs. I'm not even come to Sika. Oh, I beg you. It's in the budget. Development Bank, Ghana. It was in the last budget too. But now, Obi, there's been, and you say, it's been paid out $200 million out of the 250. I am excited. Now I'm excited because this is serious good news. Obi. Another good news, why am I excited? All districts by January of 2022, ending, all things being called, every district also on your NIA office, National Identification Authority, OB. Now, by the grace of God, we were on the NHI board. President Kufuor setting National Health Insurance OB. Look at the number of people are gainfully employed what country through this scheme. NHI has a staff of about 4,500.
Asempa FM.
Now, mutual health insurance.
The
health insurance.
You've made this point.
You are on the board. Don Muhammad did it, build you the headquarters, built you the regional offices.
Sammy, why are you doing this? Allow him to
Obi,
please.
Enti.
5 minutes.
Obi, Enti. Yes, Obi, Enti. Obi, there's a lot of good news in the budget. Now again, oh, Sammy. Obi, again, no. It is when you remember where you are coming from that you be grateful for your present. Obi, media, my friend Kwara Omanya hit rashes da. Our parents are beside me say, Doctor, where are you now? Me see when you where Kania, you do manaju. Obi,
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
Obi, me see my friend Kwara ewo chebida. Emma awufobia beside me say, Doctor. We ankasa osha me see madam we nya we are show we hit rashes it me kai bi a man we free ba na sami papa and na otina machine no
asante here o say na bim so ascend ni today obi
ye ni jumedi ni nyina AC ha ya me ya adoma
asante here asem no obi won so
sabe
asante
here asem ye nka ne sa nyame ya adoma ochina Kofi Kenata will join us in the studio. Holiday edition of the show. Yeah.